Welcome to math class. We have the parabolic equation and the straight line. And the parabolic equation, that's the cave there that goes through that cave. And then we have straight line, and that's the straight line that passes through B and F. And we are required to find the length BC, B and C. From there we have determine the equation. So the equation is minus x squared plus x plus 6. Divide both sides by -1. That will give us x squared negative x negative 6 is equals to 0 at the x-axis. So we need to find the intercept. So we factorize x minus 3 plus 2. So that means x minus 3 is equals to 0, or x plus 2 is equals to 0, for us to get the final 0 results on the right hand side. So x is 3 or x is negative 2. And then distance BC is going to be final minus initial, so that's going to be 3 minus bracket minus 2. That gives us 3 plus 2, and that is 5. So that would be 5 units. And so that's how we calculate distance. It's the last point minus the initial point. So it's going to be 5 units, whatever you centimeter, meter, kilometer, whatever it is. So next we need to find the turning point D. So that's our D there, the turning point. So turning point there is going to be, the equation is negative x squared plus x plus 6, and then factor out -1 because we need the coefficient of x squared to be 1. So that's x squared minus x minus 6, and that will mean that we have -1 bracket, so we are completing the square. So x squared minus x plus half of b is -1, so it's negative half squared minus negative half squared minus 6. So that's what we do when we complete the square. We add half b squared minus half b squared in the equation. So if you don't know how to complete the square, please watch the other video that I've already made that based on completing the square. So we factorize. So negative half squared is negative 1 over 4, so 6 in terms of base 4, so that would be 24 over 4. It's multiplyable denominator and denominator by 4, so it's 24 over 4. So factoring that, it's going to be x, so that's going to be negative half, and then we have 2 of them, so it's going to be -1 multiplied by x minus half squared, and that minus half would be minus 25 over 4, so it's 1 plus 24 is 25 over 4. So that will mean that we have x minus x minus half squared plus 25 over 4 when multiplied by -1. So our D point is half and 25 over 4. So x is half and our y is 25 over 4 for our value on D. So that's our answer. We move on to the next equation where it says that we have a straight line which is parallel to G. G, given our equation, is 2x plus 4. So meaning that our gradient there is 2. And then we know that when we derive the function f, the first derivative, that's going to give us the gradient of the tangent. So the equation of f is minus x squared plus x plus 6, and the derivative is going to be negative 2x plus 1. That is equals to the gradient of the tangent, the gradient of tangent there is parallel to G, so the same gradient, which is 2. And now we have to solve for x, so that's going to be negative 2x plus 1 is equals to 2. Now x is going to be 2 minus 1 over -2, so that is -1 over 2. And from there we know that our x is negative half. Now we that's negative half there. That's the value of the x on m. Now we need to know the y value there in m. So to know the y value, we just substitute on the original equation, the negative x, so it's going to negative half into bracket negative half squared plus half, that's negative half actually, plus 6 is equals to negative, okay, so that's negative half, so negative is going to be negative quarter minus half plus 6, okay, so that's going to be 21/4 in total. So gradient in m is x is half, okay, so x is half and y is 21/4. So we put the values there, so it's y is 21/4 and our x is negative half. So that's the value first. So when you get a value information, you put it on the graph so that you can use it later. So first derivative there, we know that it's negative 2x plus 1, so it's negative 2x plus 1, and then the negative 2x plus 1 multiplied by x. So solving there greater than 0, so we need a positive, we find a positive value. So we know that the x should be 0, and then there, that other side x should be half. Ascending order, so we have x, and then we have negative x plus 1, and then we have x bracket negative 2x plus 1 actually, and then we have there, so we have 0 there, so 0, that's our point, then 0, so that's negative to the left side, to the positive, to the right side is positive, and then we have a half, the same thing, 0 at that line, so everything to the left is negative, to the right is positive, then negative, negative, positive, and then multiplying all the signs we get positive, negative and positive. So we're looking at a positive sign, so the positive sign would be that sign, so x is less than 0, or you have x there which is greater than half. That's our final answer. And then we have the maximum point 25/4, so which means there we have h of x, which is going to be 4 to the power 25/4 minus 6, and that means that we have 25/4, okay, minus 6 is gonna be quarter, so it's 4 to the power quarter, and then it's 2 to the power 2 bracket quarter, and then we're going to have 2 to the power half, so that's equivalent to root 2, the same thing. So that's our final answer, and thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to follow, subscribe your tutor Black Adam. Thank you.